Welcome. Our story today is titled The Swamp Deal. I saved my daughter, then the darkness swallowed me. We hope you enjoy it. Let's begin. The town of Blackwater Parish in Louisiana was slowly sinking into itself. The swamp was swallowing it piece by piece, and its wooden houses were eroding under the weight of the suffocating humidity, while my daughter, Lily, was dying with the same painful slowness. I watched, Eliza, her life seeping away with every deep cough that tore at her small lungs. The only clinic doctor in town had given up, muttering words about a fierce pneumonia as if reading an early eulogy. My husband, Cole, a truck driver swallowed by asphalt for weeks, was nothing but a weary voice over the phone, his promises of return as empty as the copper sky. In the dilapidated farmhouse, my mother-in-law, Martha, buried herself in her prayers, but her eyes followed me with silent accusation. As for Brenda, my brother-in-law Travis's wife, she was a true snake. You're the one who brought this disease home with your cold heart. She hissed at me, her hand protecting her swollen belly. That night, under a moon hanging like a sick yellow eye, I pushed a small boat into the black waters of the swamp. My destination was a dilapidated cabin in the heart of the marshes, where Mama Lijba lived, an old woman rumored to make deals with the ancient swamp spirits. I found her on her porch, her face a map of wrinkles, her eyes shining with an unearthly light. "Healing requires a host," it gurgled in a voice reminiscent of shifting mud. "Your spirit is weak, but your body will suffice. Let with a decay and rebirth inhabit you, and from the overflow of its existence, your child will live. But be wary, for the hand that reaches out to harm you will be broken." My consent was a desperate whisper. The weather was a plunge into murky waters at midnight. I offered a strand of Lily's hair and a drop of my blood to the liquid darkness, and I recited strange Creole words that felt like they were sticking to my tongue. I felt a muddy cold seeping into my soul, as if the swamp had swallowed me whole. In the morning, Lily was breathing quietly. The wheezing from her chest had disappeared, and warmth had returned to her limbs. It was a miracle, but I had changed. My skin had become pale and perpetually damp. I moved with a liquid and unsettling grace, and I was overtaken by a fierce desire to eat raw fish. A faint scent of the decaying swamp mud began to follow me like a shadow. Martha noticed the change and began to draw crosses whenever I passed by her. But Brenda confronted me in front of the town shop. "You made a deal with the devil, Eliza," she shouted. That night, they found her floating face down in a shallow drainage ditch behind her house. Her lungs were filled with the stagnant black swamp water. A week later, Travis attacked me while he was drunk. "You killed her, you witch!" Before he could touch me, I slipped away from him into the darkness. At dawn, they found his body horrifically entangled with the roots of a giant cedar tree, his bones broken and twisted as if the tree itself had embraced him to death. Cole returned to find a home suffocated by horror. He confronted me in our bedroom, the walls marred by dampness. "What happened?" "Oh my God," but the voice that answered him was not mine. It was a wet, watery voice coming from dark depths. They heard her. "And now she is safe." In that moment, Lily entered the room. She touched my cold, sticky hand. "Mommy," she whispered in her innocent voice, "you smell like dark swamp water." I miss the smell of the sun. Her words shook me. For 1 second, a light of awareness flickered in my empty eyes. I returned, Eliza, and saw the horror on my husband's face and the love in my daughter's eyes. I stumbled out onto the back porch, grabbed a rusty oyster knife, and plunged it into my heart without hesitation. With my last breath, Lily collapsed inside, a dry cough and a deep rasp announcing the return of the illness with greater ferocity. The swamp always collects its debts. If you liked the video, please support us by subscribing to the channel to receive all the new updates.